So how are you doing? How are you? What's up?
I'm doing well, man. It's been a crazy week for sure. I'm not used to all this exposure, so it's been pretty wild for me.
And how is
Getting a
it?
lot of
How is it getting along for you? Like, how are you taking it?
that's
I mean, looking at your face, you seem to enjoying a bit of it.
I am. But I'm getting a lot of phone time. It's I go to my phone and it says 15 hours a day, and I'm like,
I mean,
I gotta.
I look at you, and I get that feeling of I'm talking to the Joker as not the Superman, but the clown prince of crime, maybe just the ghetto of yours.
Okay, yeah. It's pretty wild, man. I went from 1,500 followers to over 20,000 in a few days, and it's just been thousands of email or messages and just trying to respond to everybody. I love talking to people though too, so it's really nice to as soon as somebody sends me a message, I just feel like compelled to write them back. So the problem is there's so many that my brain.
Before we begin, one thing to mention: I love your energy, man. Come on, I appreciate that. It's 2:00 in the morning.
Oh wow!
Just at the look at your face, I'm not sleepy.
That's good, man. I want to wake you up. Wake up, brother.
Come on. If Superman is the reason for me to wake up, I'm waking up every day, man.
I love it, brother. I love it.
Okay. Starting with the conversation about suicide, of course, Peacemaker. My first question to you is that how does it feel to work as Superman after getting smaller roles in the DC universe before, like the Flash and Batwoman?
Yeah, that was. I actually got Batwoman after Superman. It's just Superman came out after Batwoman, but it's pretty crazy. I mean, I only had 3 actor roles. I only went full-time actor 2 years ago, and I've only booked like 3 acting jobs, and Superman was one of them. So it just went from 0 to 100 real quick.
and did you actually think that Superman? Are you a DC fan, by the way?
Yeah, I'm a DC fan for sure. Yeah.
So, if I ask you that, would the Man of Steel be your preference, or would you like to go? Yeah. Okay. No. Fair enough then. I think if there's
I'm a Henry Cavill fan too, so it was like really an honor to be able.
If there's a saying in the world that you get what you deserve, I think that saying was meant for the day.
That's it. I couldn't believe it. I was shaking the whole time. You're on set, then John Cena's walking up to you, and it's just.
We'll definitely get on to that. I can totally. I'm enjoying the excitement on your face. Trust me. Yeah. I just got on an interview with Annie Chang a few days back. It was wonderful. Oh, cool. She worked. She had a small role as an FBI officer on Peacemaker.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but until then, of course, the cameo, the whole Justice League thing was not something that was under tight scripts, right? Like under tight wraps. No one knew it was coming, right?
No, it's supposed to be. It's a big surprise. It was the grand finale. So
do you think that would you credit James Gunn for that? Like, whose idea was it to actually?
Yeah, well, it's all James Gunn for sure. That guy he's a brilliant man. He wrote it and directed it, and he was very much involved. I actually have a pretty funny story.
Please share.
I laughed at James Gunn. I laughed at him, and I felt terrible. So what happened was all the superheroes were all lined up, and we're getting ready to shoot the scene, and the second AD comes up to James, and then it was quiet. There's like 300 extras. Everybody's kind of lying. All the extras are lying down. It's dead quiet because everybody's listening to James. And it's 2:00 in the morning. It's cold. It's smoky. The atmosphere is like really, it's like horror, and it's really crazy. And then he looks at the second AD and he says, "How are we going to make Superman fly?" And the second AD looks at him and he's like, "What are you talking about? We're just gonna make him fly." And I laugh. I go, And James looks at me. I was the only one that laughed. Nobody laughed. And I was the only one. I'm like, "Oh no!" And he looked right at me.
So were you embarrassed being the only person in the room?
And then he took the second AD and he went for a walk, and they walked away like 50 yards. And he's like, and he gave him gave him shit for making him I guess maybe look silly in front of the people.
Which actually brings me to a question that how did it feel like wearing that spandex suit that many people are known for wearing, and how is it wearing for the first time for you?
So powerful, very powerful.
And mind you, Brad, I'm not talking about how uncomfortable it was, mind you.
To be fair, it was actually it wasn't so uncomfortable. I wasn't going to the bathroom anytime soon, but it was actually quite comfortable being Superman. The Batman suit was
again, I'm sorry to interrupt. If honesty was the best policy, this is
it dug into the shoulders a little bit. A little tickle into the shoulders. You can see some redness in my pictures because when you turn, it kind of rubbed. But it was, I'm Superman. You don't think about that kind of stuff.
Of course, you are Superman. I'm talking to Superman right now.
Just Peacemaker. Henry fans. Just Peacemaker.
Henry Cavill is not listening. Don't worry. Anyway, since you posted your picture on social media, people went berserk, right? What was the weirdest incident or comment that you remember after you had posted that photo of yours?
Like a negative comment or like
both, basically, because I mean, you know how social media is, right? Come on.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of comments saying that I looked remarkably similar to the original comic book.
I agree with that.
That was a amazing
and
comment.
I think James Gunn is also known for having comic accurate versions of characters.
So that worked out. Or just like all the Superman put together, and then you get me. So I thought that was really cool comment as well. A lot of the negative comments were, you're just a shadow, and like you're just a stunt double. Like I know I was just a shadow, man. And I didn't say I wanted to replace Henry Cavill. I tagged Peacemaker. I wanted to be again on Peacemaker, but Henry Cavill is a sensitive subject for a lot of their fans, and I'm learning this now. I have to be very careful what I post on my social media now, because
of the number of gaming followers that you have now.
It takes more than a shadow to replace a god. You know what I mean? So I got a long way to go.
I mean, with greater power comes greater responsibilities. Sadly, Uncle Ben died, but I hope no one dies here.
Try and stay alive anyway.
Yeah, I mean, come on. We're not talking about Marvel here, so of course, no one is dying.
Back to DC, okay?
Superman did. He did come out alive, so of course. Again, my next question to you: How was it working with Jason Momoa and Ezra Miller?
Didn't work with them.
Oh, at all?
Yeah, there were separate shots. They had their own time. They weren't even.
That's a revelation.
Yeah, so they weren't there. So they were all body doubles when I was on set. There's a Aquaman body double and the Flash as well.
Okay. So one fondest memory of yours, because you've worked in different DC shows as well. What's the kind of directing techniques that you've noticed in terms of direction in those shows as compared to James Gunn's view and his direction?
Oh, James Gunn is very particular in what he does. He knows exactly what he wants to do, and if it's not done exactly his way, he's not afraid to direct. You know what I mean? But people respect him. They listen to him. That's what I mean. This set, there's 300 people on set. When James was talking, nobody else was. Everybody listened to everything he had to say. It's pretty amazing to see, actually. So any other set, there's a lot of talking going on.
Reminds me of the strict principal I had back in high school.
Yeah.
He used to say, we used to listen. I wanted to say my dad, but then that'll be too far-stretched.
Okay.
Anyway, keeping all the jokes apart, have you been actually a Marvel fan?
Yes, I was a fan of Spider-Man for sure too. I love Spider-Man.
How stoked were you with No Way Home?
Haven't seen it yet.
Oh.
Haven't seen it yet.
Don't worry, Tom Holland is not listening to this.
Sorry, Tom Holland. I'm gonna watch it. I have so many movies I have to watch. I just don't have any time. I need to watch. I'm gonna watch Batman.
I mean, I'm taking this as a compliment that if someday I get to interview him, I'm gonna like it's all on you. I mean, come on.
Yeah.
You're the one who actually manifested it with me.
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Would you will we get to see more of you as Superman in the upcoming DC projects? As we already know that the second season has been greenlit.
I haven't. There's been no confirmations yet. I've got my fingers crossed.
Of course, I agree. I also agree the fact that how tightly people are at Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
So of course.
Coming though.
Yeah, according to you, where do you think that Peacemaker fall in the grander scheme of DCU now that Justice League has also been introduced?
Oh, it's hard to say. The fans really took a liking to it, so it's been a top-rated TV show, and I think it's gonna.
Of course.
Take off.
I had an opportunity, interestingly, to interview Mr. Iwuji, who plays Clemson. It was during the HBO Roundtable conference. So even then he had certain views about James Gunn and how his approach has been. And he has the same words as you did, that how brilliant he has been throughout his direction, and how clear he has been with what he wants, basically. I don't know if you were there in the episode where it was directed by Rosemary Rodriguez. I think she directed one episode out of the entire series. But apart from that, my next question to you is that any Superman iconic moment that you wish to be a part of?
Robert Pattinson. I would like to be his Superman.
Robert Pattinson?
He's gonna be the Superman.
Which brings me to a question: how stoked are you for Batman?
Say it again.
How stoked are you for Batman? Like,
I'm pretty stoked. I can't see it. Yeah, I'm super excited. You know, everybody said Heath Ledger was going to be a bad choice for the Joker, and he was absolutely brilliant. So, you know, there was a lot of hate coming to.
Would you actually agree that the kind of standards that are being set by Christian Bale, sometimes he try to overcome that, and that's not fair by the standards of actors?
Oh no, Robert.
Because I mean, Nolan had a different view, right? You cannot compare that director's view with everyone else. And
you can't.
Talking about Zack Snyder, he had a view, but then of course some issues came in, and that couldn't be a possibility.
Yeah.
Although I'm not sure if you've seen the extended version of Justice League, which was released later on.
No, I didn't see it. No.
Thank God, it's a 4-hour long movie. Yeah.
A lot extra.
Yeah. I saw it in three turns, so please.
No.
Take your chances, man.
Yeah.
Okay. Any kryptonite technology that you wish you had in real life?
I wouldn't mind some X-ray vision.
Amazing. That's great. Next question again. Do you think as we are moving towards Netflix, Amazon Prime, and other OTT platforms, do you think that in this post-pandemic era, which we call, do you think that flocking back to theaters is the way forward, or OTT platforms, all these platforms are the way forward?
Good question.
My mom would be proud of me.
Yeah. Okay. People love the movies. It is a big thing, but Netflix has kind of taken over since the pandemic, so it's created a new wave of watching. So I think the movies will never die, though, because there's a nice grandeur about going to the movies, and people will always go. And I think it's here to stay. They just need to update it, make it more comfortable, and give free beer and stuff like that to entice people to come.
I love your chain and your T-shirt, by the way. I mean,
thanks.
It goes more with the Clark Kent. I would say it goes more with the Clark Kent persona, but you never know what's under the suit, right?
Yeah, this is my cowboy persona.
Where are you exactly right now? Where are you from right now? Where you? I'm sorry.
Vancouver, Canada.
Okay, amazing. I'm from India right now, from Mumbai. And
nice.
yeah, I mean, things are quite bad in terms of COVID, as we all know.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Here it's definitely
So,
dying down.
I mean, working from home is a new way of life now. So we like trying to just get. I mean, I never thought in my life that I'm gonna miss office. Imagine.
No kidding. This is my first Zoom call. You are my very first Zoom call of my life. I had to download it for you.
I hope that I get some appreciation for the fact.
Yeah, thanks.
Because I am in total awe, because you told me that a lot of people have been approaching you for interviews.
Yeah, I
and
got two more.
I'm really glad that you gave me that opportunity. Thank you so much. I'm really in gratitude for that. And moving on, I won't take much of your time. Just a few more questions, a couple of them.
Sure.
Working with James Gunn again, do you think he brings the same style as he did in the Guardians of the Galaxy series to the Peacemaker?
There's some similarities. Yes, yeah, definitely. Yeah, the way it's all together, it's pretty similar. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. Yeah, you can tell when it's James Gunn. You know when it's a James Gunn film. It's just like,
I wish that someday I land an interview with him.
Yeah, and unexpected scenes. You know, it's just always surprise.
I mean, that'll be like a dream come true. I'll just an interview with him. He just got married. Congratulations to him. I just got the news that he got married. Yeah, Jennifer Holland. Okay. If not acting, did you have a plan B?
Oh, I don't have a plan B because then plan A doesn't work. But
two of us.
Yeah. So if plan B, I mean, if I had to, and this is if like my name got tainted and everything fell through the floor and I just could never become an actor again, I'd probably get into real estate because I like selling stuff. I'm a good salesperson.
So according to you, do you think your opinion of Peacemaker as a character, do you think he's actually a sweet person or a cold-hearted gunner who killed Rick Flag in
Good heart. I think he's got a good heart.
That hurt, of course. It did hurt. It was very unexpected.
He's a weapon, but you know he's.
But I think that was I think that was the building persona of the series. That was where it was set off. So excellently done by James Gunn, of course, set up the series. And before that, we had Titans from DC, which did not really work around as well as the first season, which was great. I loved it. But again, last two questions for you. Thank you so much for your time again.
No worries.
Last two questions. I mean, you've been really kind. I appreciate that. Okay. What was opinion about his character, his whole journey as an anti-hero? John Cena's journey as an anti-hero in Peacemaker. Do you think that heroes like Batman, who has such huge audience, how accepting is the audience towards such characters who are not very popular among the masses?
I think he needs to build on that. I mean, he's still a fairly new character, but he is going to grow and he's going to grow fast. He has become relatable. And, he's a sincere guy, but he's also a weapon of mass destruction. So I think a lot of people are going to relate to him, and it's going to be nice to watch him grow.
I mean, I'm really appreciative of the fact that out of all the people, again, you appeared and you gave us your time. So thank you so much for that. Before we leave, one last question for you. One director that you aspire to work with if getting an opportunity.
I would love to work with. It's a good question too. There's so many. I would love to work with Brad Pitt.
I have so many reasons for my mom to be proud now.
Gotta be my man, Brad Pitt. Yeah.
Amazing. I mean, who wouldn't? I mean, come on.
He's amazing, man. Yeah. I grew up loving him, so.
Of course, all of us. Fight Club. 2001 Fight Club. I mean, I was 5 at the time the movie came. Just like all Christopher Nolan movies, it takes me at least twice to understand them. But even Fight Club, when I grew up, I understood that, okay, so many undertones. It's not a movie for someone who's 6 years old.
Something else.
Okay, so thank you so much for your time, Brad.
You're welcome.
It was lovely to have a conversation. Before we leave, one last question again. one hilarious incident from the set. Of course, come on. I love the way you actually point the finger at me. One hilarious incident from the sets of yeah. I love the way you're so animated, man. I'm loving this interview. Out of all the interviews, I mean, this is the most humble and the best interviews I've had.
Oh wow! Thank you very much. I appreciate that. The funniest moment I had on set.
I appreciate you for like being here.
Thank you. I appreciate that. The funniest moment I had when I was there is I came out as Superman, and then I saw one of my friends, Ian, was one of the background characters, and he's lying on the ground. You see him stick his hand up, it just shows like I'm Superman. And he's like, yeah. So it was really cool to experience that. Anyway.
Thank you so much, Brad. You were amazing. I hope we see you again as the Man of Steel. Again, no one is listening. Don't worry. No one is listening. I mean, come on. We're all are fans of the OG, and we respect that. Indy Gabble is the man, of course.
He is the man. He's a legend.
I mean, of course. But then it's quite dubious right now. I'm quite excited for the Flash, which is expected to release this year. I'm quite excited for that. So anyway, let's wind this out. Thank you so much.
Beautiful.
It was beautiful to have you. And I hope that we catch up again. Have a better conversation about more projects of yours. All the best. And
thank you.
Keep being the Man of Steel you are.
You bet. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it.
Being this first interview, which basically, as you just mentioned, a few words of appreciation would be great.
Absolutely, man. You've done so well. I really appreciated my time with you. You're amazing. It was great. It's very easy to talk with you.
Thank you so much, man. Means a lot. Have a great day.
Man.
And
take care,
all the best. Thank you so much.
All right. Take care. Ciao.
It was lovely to have you.
You too.